Will former President Trump need plastic surgery to reconstruct his right ear? When a bullet whizzed past his head, it tore off the top of his ear, leaving blood streaking across his face. I spoke with plastic surgeon Dr. Stephen Greenberg. With the amount of bleeding, could it have hit an artery? There are a lot of vessels around the ear, particularly in the skin area, so it typically bleeds a lot, he explained. A small incision is made in the crease behind the ear, allowing the cartilage to be reshaped so the ear sits closer to the head. Stitches are used to secure the ear in its new position, and the healing process typically takes up to 2 weeks. Congressman Ronnie Jackson, Trump's former White House physician, confirmed that a piece of Trump's ear is missing. It just passed right over the top of his ear and took a little piece off as it came across. The ear is pretty vascular, so it bled aggressively, and that's why it's dressed up. It's still bleeding a little bit, Jackson said. Will Trump need reconstructive surgery on his ear? Dr. Greenberg noted that there appears to be superficial damage to the cartilage, and the bullet may have gone straight through both the cartilage and the skin. To reconstruct it, we either take that piece of cartilage out and close it or just close the skin over it, depending on the extent of the damage. Will his ear look like it did before? Yes, it will look exactly like his old ear. He may have a small scar, Greenberg assured. Another question is whether the bullet wound affected the former president's hearing. His hearing's fine. He wasn't close to where the shot was fired, and it was far enough away from his head that there are no concussive effects from the bullet, Jackson confirmed. The former president was seen touching his ear as the shooting unfolded. He was quickly shielded by Secret Service agents and whisked off stage with blood on his face and into an SUV to safety. Trump later stated in a social media post that a bullet had pierced the upper part of his right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong when I heard a whizzing sound and felt the bullet tearing through my skin, he said. There was a lot of bleeding, so I realized then what was happening. Who shot Donald Trump? The FBI identified the shooter early Sunday as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. This town in Allegheny County, just outside Pittsburgh, has a population of about 30,000 people. Law enforcement officials reported that Crooks was armed with a semi-automatic AR-style rifle. Sources confirmed that the gun was legally purchased in 2013 and registered to the shooter's father, Matthew Crooks. Crooks graduated from Bethel Park High School in 2022. School officials have pledged to cooperate with law enforcement in the investigation and offered their condolences to those affected by the attack. Jameson Myers, a former classmate and member of the school's varsity rifle team, told CBS News that Crooks had tried out for the team during his freshman year but did not make the junior varsity roster and did not attempt to try out in subsequent years.